Stephen A. Smith, never one to hold back his words, is sounding the alarm. His latest warning is aimed directly at boxer Canelo Alvarez.
I'm looking at Canelo and I'm like, yo, you that dude. You that dude. Why are you not fighting? It'll be one thing to avoid it for a fight or two. But when you are literally cherry picking one after another, numerous fights where you are passing up David Benavidez, it is a travesty. It is a travesty that that fight has not happened. David Benavidez deserves the shot at the crown, at the giant. He deserves that shot, and he should get it.
His main concern centers around the undefeated, relentless pressure fighter known as the Mexican Monster, David Benavidez. This isn't just a potential opponent for Canelo. Stephen A. describes the clash as both career-defining and potentially career-ending.
That's just BS. Anybody who knows boxing, everybody who watches boxing knows that David Benavidez is the real deal. Now, that doesn't mean he'd beat you, because anybody could fall if you catch him right. We know who you are, Canelo. You big time. But you getting ready to fight. Mengoa, look, you are elite. You are big time. No doubt about that. But it is clear with what you're saying that you are ducking Benavidez. Not because you haven't fight him, but because of the words that you're using. He's nothing. You know better. Fight that man. David Benavidez deserves that. Anybody who respects boxing knows he should be the man in the ring going up against you.
Canelo's decade-long image of invincibility was shattered. The man who once seemed untouchable was suddenly defeated. The victory sent shockwaves throughout the boxing world, proving that pure skill could, in fact, overcome size.
What does this mean for Canelo? You lost to Floyd.
You did. You
lost to Bivol. I don't care anyone says you lost to Golovkin. You lost to Terence Crawford. So you've lost to
the elite.
The elite.
I think it shows that Canelo is the elite.
Yeah.
But he's not the special elite.
Okay.
I think we can use that word because there's elite. Because Canelo Alvarez is elite. You can be world level, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're fighting Canelo with different.
Yeah.
But then there's the special elite.
Yeah.
There's the where you look at them and you think, I'm watching something special in Canelo, but I'm watching something very special in Floyd, Golovkin, Terence Crawford, and Bivol, our guy. Yeah. That just shows how good Beterbiev is as well. We got two special fighters at 175.
No, for real. I don't think it hinders Canelo as much.
I don't think it does.
But in terms of, I guess there was a conversation about is he the greatest Mexican? I think that's Chavez now.
Yes.
I think that's kind of done.
But Terence Crawford did more than just cement his own legacy. He also exposed Canelo's biggest weakness.
One of the things that I see, okay, from Canelo is that when you move to his weak side, there's exposure on that side from him, okay? When you get around to the weak side, meaning his lead hand side, okay, he has to turn all the way around, and it takes him some time because of his footwork, okay? His footwork isn't the greatest. Crawford will be able to take advantage of those moments. But as the fight continues, I'm telling you right now, Crawford will start to mount an attack if he's still there. If he's still there after 4 damn rounds.
You know, that's saying something. Tim Bradley, that is saying something. If he's still there. Does Tim actually believe that Canelo has that amount of power or the difference of weight to take out Crawford in 4 rounds? I don't think so. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. But if he's still there, Timothy Bradley, that's a lot. That's saying a lot.
He will start to mount an attack. He will. And we know that later on, we know that Canelo starts to fade late. Okay? And the indication of frustration from Canelo Alvarez is when he starts to drop both hands. When he stops getting out of that, when he stops using that high guard, okay? That's one indication when Canelo is like, okay, this isn't working. All right, let me try something else. Let me drop my hands. Let me see if I can get this guy to throw shots at me or something to change things up. Another indication that things are not going nowhere, if you see Canelo not well, you see Canelo sit along the ropes and he'll bite Crawford in, okay? If it ever gets to that point right there, then you know that Crawford is doing a damn good job. But for the time being, Crawford's going to have to let those damn hands go.
we already know. We knew Crawford is a great fighter, and I did what I supposed to do. Right, I tried for every way, and I trained really hard, and he deserved all the credit. No, I try my best tonight, and I just cannot figure out the style.
In the aftermath, analysts agreed that Crawford had revealed the blueprint to dethrone the king. Not through brute strength, but through relentless speed, sharp angles, and a piercing jab that broke Canelo's rhythm all night long.
Makes me horny.
Yeah, baby.
To tell you I told you so.
I told you.
I predicted the Canelo Crawford fight like a goddamn fortune teller.
You're the Oracle?
Canelo's feet were cemented on the canvas as he was hitting air. The fuck was that? Props to Crawford.
Thank you.
He came up 3 weight classes and fought a beautiful fight.
Good job.
What a great performance.
Did you get what you was looking for?
Like taking candy from a baby.
My candy.
He just played with Canelo, made him look silly. And before you start with your shit about Canelo being old, just know that Crawford is older.
I'm too old.
That's not an excuse here.
That same blueprint exposes Canelo's vulnerability to high-speed, high-precision attacks. And as the world celebrated Crawford's historic victory, one man watched from the shadows, completely vindicated.
I feel like you ducking Benavidez. I don't know if y'all heard, but y'all see all the money he got offered for that. Like, he got offered a lot of money for that fight.
How much? I heard it was something like a 90-10 split.
Yeah, it was like Benavidez would take $5 million and he'd get like 40 to, I don't know if it was 40 or 80 million. It was something crazy though. But you turn that down and, bro, 5 million to what I'm gonna say it's 40 million, right? You taking 40 and he getting 5 and you don't want to fight him, you're fucking scared. Like, I don't care what nobody says, like, you're fucking scared. Because even if I know I'm gonna lose, if in my head I know the dude could beat me, I'm getting 50 mil for this fight, bro, I've been on top for a long time already. I'm not getting no younger. Take the fucking fight, make it, you feel me? Fight. That's what you're doing this shit for. What the fuck are you scared of?
David Benavidez is an entirely different kind of threat. He has fast hands like Crawford, but combines them with constant, suffocating pressure and the raw power of a true super middleweight.
Canelo, just domination. I was hurt. I ain't gonna lie, because I've been a fan of Canelo since I was a kid. So my heart, a tear almost came on my I ain't gonna lie, because it felt like, that Canelo is done. But I just think he was a little off that night. I think he can, make a big comeback. But to Crawford, man, he's the greatest of this era. You got to give it to him. Greatest of this era. Nobody's ever done that before. 3-time undisputed. So you got to take your hats off to Crawford. And I was just shocked that he was able to just dismantle Canelo like that, even with the size difference. That just goes to show size doesn't win.
I'm a huge David Benavidez fan. I love Canelo as well, but I don't like the fact that Canelo has taken so long to give him a match. And I just applaud David Benavidez because he ducks no one. Watch yourself. I just applaud the fact that he ducks no one. And he's ready to fight at all times. He is the Mexican monster. Sometimes I'm wondering, is somebody going to hurt him because he's right there in front of them. He doesn't move, but he clearly shows he can take a punch and he can damn sure give one with either hand. He's got speed, he's got power, he's got boxing ability, he's got heart. And I don't know if there's a bigger fan of David Benavidez than me. I really I got a lot of love for his skills.
Crawford crafted the plan with surgical precision. Benavidez could execute it with overwhelming force, capitalizing on the same openings, but with fight-ending power. For years, David Benavidez has been a monster hiding in the closet. The ghost Canelo refused to face. The undefeated, 2-time champion of Canelo's own division. A physical force of nature who was continually ignored and sidestepped.
I want to whoop Dave Benavidez. Look, I'm going to be the first one to ever call this person out. I want to fight Benavidez.
Get out of here, bro.
Yeah, I want to fight Benavidez.
You're crazy, dude.
No.
Which Benavidez?
David.
Jose?
David. I want to fight David Benavidez.
What?
Yeah, bro. Mexican monster, man. They call me the boogeyman over here.
You're not serious, obviously.
I'm being serious.
You're being serious?
Yeah.
You want to move up to light heavyweight to fight David Benavidez?
Yeah. Well, you think you can still make 68?
David at 168? Yeah. So that okay, now we're starting to formulate things. So you want him to come to 68
Yeah.
and you'll go to 68.
Yeah, I'll go 68. I'll fight him at 68.
Yeah.
I want to fight the Mexican monster. Boo. Scary face. Roar.
Canelo's defeat to a smaller man was the ultimate I told you so moment for Benavidez and his team. It proved everything they'd been saying for years, that Canelo had been avoiding the real physical threats at 168 pounds. The king was dethroned not by a bigger man, but by a faster one. Now, everyone wonders what a relentless pressure fighter with Benavidez's size and power might have done.
For some reason, he's hiding. You can't find him. So if somebody sees Canelo, let him know that, they send him an email and they give him the biggest offer of his life. So we're here waiting to see if he wants to make it happen with the person that he said that hasn't fought nobody. He has not done anything in boxing. It should be an easy fight. Why not take all that money? But I'm guessing he's going to go the easy route. He's going to probably fight Berlanga, McGregor or something like that. So, man, that's a disgrace, for boxing. It's embarrassing, when he said that David hasn't fought nobody and then he's going to fight Berlanga, that he got let go from Top Rank because they were losing money on him and they didn't really see a big future for him.
Out on these fights. And I want the boxing community, because y'all cover it more than me, you cover it better than me, because you live it and breathe it and eat it every day. Could you help a brother out? How much help can I give y'all to help put pressure on these promoters to give us the damn fights we want to see? I want Canelo versus Benavidez. I don't want Benavidez fighting Beterbiev. I want him fighting his natural weight class, super middleweight, against Saul Canelo Alvarez. That is the fight we should all be demanding. That brother has earned a shot. And I understand Canelo, the businessman. He's like, he had to go through a lot and had to fight through everybody before he got on the top of the mountain where he could dictate terms. I totally understand that. And I'm not throwing no shade on Canelo. I'm just saying, we want to see this fight, especially if Benavidez handles his business this weekend. Canelo, we deserve to see.
For years, many dismissed Stephen A.'s warnings as media hype. He argued passionately on national television that Canelo's refusal to face Benavidez would eventually backfire. He warned that chasing smaller stylistic matchups while ignoring the true danger in his own division was a risky gamble. After the Crawford fight, Stephen A.'s words suddenly felt prophetic.
There are very few things that piss me off, contrary to what you would normally believe. But I love the sport of boxing. And I got to tell you, I'm so disgusted. They're just rumors that Canelo Alvarez, Saul Canelo Alvarez, is talking about fighting the bigger Charlo this time around, Jamal Charlo, the natural 168-pounder, okay? I'm like, what about David Benavidez, the natural super middleweight, who's 28-0 with 24 knockouts, who's been begging for Canelo to get into the ring with him? It really ticked.
His analysis turned into a brutal postmortem. He claimed this defeat was the direct result of Canelo's arrogance, karma for avoiding the fight that fans had long demanded. The warning had been issued. It was ignored. Now the world could see the consequences. Stephen A. Smith's anger erupted live on national TV. This wasn't just boxing commentary. It was a public reckoning. "I'm pretty pissed off," he declared, his voice filled with genuine frustration. And this wasn't said on a boxing network. It happened on ESPN's flagship show, First Take.
This is the stuff that's driving me crazy about boxing. Canelo Alvarez, where's the fight against David Benavidez? Love Canelo. I want to see him fight David Benavidez. I don't want to see him fighting Munguia. I don't want to see him fighting an undersized Charlo. I don't want to hear about Terrence Crawford moving up not one, not two, but 3 weight classes to fight Saul Canelo Alvarez. I want the fights that we want to see when we want to see them. You're the super middleweight champion of the world at 168 pounds. It's about the fights that we want to see. I think that Canelo should fight David Benavidez or Jamal Charlo. Okay, now Charlo might be a little bit too small for him since he moved up to light heavyweight to do this fight. And I don't see him fighting too much at the super middleweight division, but I'm tired of this guy being unblemished in his career, and these big fights Charlo is not getting. He deserves them. He should have them if he wants them, even if I wouldn't pick him against Canelo. He deserves the shot if that's what he wants. But this kid, David Benavidez, is special. And if there's a person that has earned the right to be in the ring against Canelo Alvarez, which would be absolutely positively box office, that would be a fight everybody would want to see. There is no reason
Would first take go?
for him. Hell yes.
Okay.
I'd want to go there. For Benavidez, Benavidez is the real
Then I believe
deal.
you.
I love Benavidez, and I want to see, and he deserves a fight of this magnitude as well.
That platform brought the discussion far beyond boxing, turning Canelo's legacy into a mainstream debate seen by millions. Smith called Canelo's avoidance an insult to the sport, insisting that Benavidez deserved his shot and that this was the one fight that truly mattered for boxing's credibility.
What if the public craves and demands that your next fight is David Benavidez? You open to doing that?
We'll see. Why not? If the money is correct, why not? I can fight him Saturday night too.
Saturday night too. So you think you think you'll beat him up too? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, of course. Of course. I beat that guy. If the money is the money, is that correct? I fight that guy and I beat that guy the same night. I don't care.
While Smith led the media assault, Benavidez's own camp launched a more personal, fiery offensive. His father and trainer, Jose Benavidez Sr., has been ruthless in interviews, pulling no punches.
You can run, but you can't hide. People want that fight. Everywhere you go, they see Canelo, they ask him about the Mexican Monster. Everywhere I go, they ask me about Canelo. They want to see that fight. So that name of David Benavidez, he's not going to be able to go to sleep until he fights David Benavidez. And that's a little thing that he just needs to take care of in order to make history. And if he doesn't do that, there's always going to be that doubt.
He said, like, he came to watch me, the fight and shit. And then they're like, oh, you think he's... In my head, I'm like, what do you think Eddie Reynoso's thinking about? He's like, are we going to fight David Benavidez after seeing this fight? In his head, Eddie Reynoso's like, fuck no, we not fighting him.
Yeah, of course. Honestly, I don't blame Canelo. It's fucked up because there's a lot of money.
It's not even about the money. It's not about the money.
Yeah, but okay, 100 million, dude. You kidding me?
The first step, when you're a fucking warrior, bro, the only thing you think about is glory. I've never thought about money. I've been smart. I'm negotiating my shit. But it's always a prize, bro. It's always, if I go out there and beat Canelo, bro, I'm a legend. You know what I mean? That I'm gonna live forever in boxing as a legend. That means way more to me than any type of money.
And I think that separates you too, David. And I admire that shit about you. I was like that at one point. Now how much you giving me?
Yeah. and not to just bypass him. Shout out to Morel as well.
Yeah, shout out to
While David remained respectful, his father took on the role of aggressor, openly accusing Canelo of being afraid and running from inevitable defeat. He claimed Canelo knew his son was too big, too strong, and would break him. These emotional outbursts added a raw, personal edge to the rivalry, turning the pressure on Canelo into a two-front war he could no longer ignore.
Getting put into a corner now where he's running out of excuses. He said that the only thing I bring is 25 extra pounds and I'm not worth nothing, but he's asking 200 million and now he's gonna fight me in the same night. It's just stupid, bro. Like, you just tell the people you don't want to fight me.
Do you think, like, you know, his hunger is dissipating? You know,
I don't know. I can't talk to you about what his hunger is or how his training is or how he feels. I can only speak to you about myself, but for me, it looks like fear. It looks like fear, like he's scared of me.
Canelo's loss threw the entire 168-pound division into chaos. The weight class he once ruled with an iron fist now belonged to a man from 147. With his belts gone, a power vacuum emerged. And for David Benavidez, it was a golden opportunity. The path forward split in two. Should he chase Terrence Crawford, the new champion, to capture the belts? Or should he forget the titles and pursue Canelo, a fight now driven by legacy, not championships?
How now, David, especially and particularly in your position, the fact that, you know, let's call it pink elephant in the room. Canelo, he doesn't want to fight you.
Yeah, bro, it's a little hard, you know, because obviously this is a fight that everybody wants to see. It's the biggest fight in boxing, in my opinion, right now. But it sucks when a guy as Canelo says that he's the king, he can do whatever he wants. He's basically holding the belts hostage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, king or prima donna.
Yeah.
That uncertainty sets the perfect trap. Crawford, a smaller man, has little reason to stay at 168 and defend against a monster like Benavidez. More likely, he'll drop back to a natural weight class, leaving the belts vacant. When that happens, the only fight that could unite the division and crown a true king is the one fans have demanded for years. Titles or no titles, everything points toward Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez. And with Canelo still bound to PBC, he may have no other choice left.
Boxing contracts is more of years or more of fights?
Depends on the contract. Look at what Canelo is doing. We're hearing that he's signing a three fight contract with PBC. There's no time limit on those 3 fights.
Okay.
If he get injured in his first fight, he can still fight. He can't fight in 2 years. He can't fight under another banner because he's still got 2 fights left with people.
For years, fans have called for Canelo and Benavidez to clash on massive Mexican holidays, Cinco de Mayo or Mexican Independence Day. Benavidez, the current WBC super middleweight interim champion, has earned his mandatory spot by defeating elite opponents like Caleb Plant and Demetrius Andrade. His resume speaks for itself. Yet, Canelo consistently avoided him. Now, with his reign over and his promotional deal expiring, Canelo's options have narrowed to one clear path. The post-fight press conference, Canelo carried himself with quiet dignity, humbled, giving Crawford full credit, offering no excuses. This grace and defeat marked the beginning of a new chapter. He is no longer the untouchable king, but a fallen champion forced to confront his own legend. His next move will define his legacy. He's not defending an undefeated record anymore. He's defending his identity as one of boxing's greats. Canelo Alvarez now stands at the most critical crossroads of his career. His aura of invincibility is gone, and rebuilding it will take fire. He can't hide behind safe fights or hand-picked opponents. The road to redemption is a trial by combat. Either a high-risk, high-reward rematch with Crawford or finally facing the monster he's avoided for years. But a fight with Benavidez isn't just another matchup. It's the only way for Canelo to prove his era isn't over, that he can still conquer the most dangerous man in the division. His loss also changes everything financially. That rumored $150 to $200 million payday he demanded for Benavidez? Gone. As a beaten, beltless fighter, Canelo's negotiating power has evaporated. The balance of power has shifted. A showdown with Benavidez is now a financial reality he can't afford to escape. The main excuse for avoiding the fight has disappeared. Now, the stakes are crystal clear. The Canelo versus Benavidez battle is no longer about titles. It's the ultimate story of redemption. A fallen king, stripped of his glory, fighting to reclaim his honor against the very monster he once refused to face. Stephen A. Smith's latest warning is simple and brutal. After this loss, any path that doesn't lead to David Benavidez is a path to irrelevance. The question is no longer if Canelo will fight him, but whether he even has another choice. So, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of our upcoming boxing updates. Share your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.